Anthony Hartwig here with an East Palestine girls basketball player profile. I'm joined by senior Gabby Andre on the team. Gabby, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we have you on perfect timing. You are coming off your career high, a 19-point performance against Lisbon on Monday. Got you
Mhm.
guys a win. Before we talk about your whole career and this senior season that you're going through, talk about that moment in that game and kind of what it felt like to have so much success and to take that confidence into the rest of your senior year.
Um, I mean, it was really a team win all over. I couldn't have done it without anyone else. They all boosted my confidence. Everyone, all the coaches. It was just a lot of fun.
When you're having a game like that where it seems like everything's clicking and you're able to do so much with your teammates and things like that, what does that do for your confidence? Like, how are you feeling tonight? You have a game tonight, obviously. Like, what does that do for your confidence going forward?
Um, uh, I'm encouraged to keep shooting, keep trying my hardest.
Here you are, your senior year. You're asked to be such a big leader of this team. You've been a leader, though. You've been there. You've done that. What's it like going into your senior year, knowing that everything you're doing this time around is for the last time, and you have to take everything for for what it's worth?
Yeah, it's definitely a little sad, but I'm trying to go one game at a time and put my best effort all games.
You have a
Is
lot of you have a lot of games before you have to think about senior night, which is a good thing. But as you start to get reflective, as that starts to get closer, and you start to get reflective on what this program has meant to you, what are some things that come to mind that make this girls' basketball program so special to you?
I feel like we're a really close team. We're all friends on and off the court. Every Sunday we have a team dinner to bond more. And I've played with all of these girls my whole life. It's just nice.
How would you describe your leadership qualities if you had to kind of describe yourself as a leader? How would you do it?
Um, I try to lead by example more so. I'm not the most outspoken. I won't like turn and yell at people or talk much, but I like to, do the right thing at the right time, be on time, all those.
You've been taught how to lead by great people in the past. I'm sure you've had other seniors that you've looked up to in your career that have kind of showed you what it means to be a senior leader. Who are some people that come to mind in your career that taught you how to be a really good leader?
Peyton Sherry, Jocelyn Fristick, um, Morgan Rutledge too. All of them were seniors my freshman year. I looked up to them all. Um, Obviously, Jocelyn was the 3-point shooter on that team. I really looked up to her most.
As we kind of expand on that question next year, when we ask another senior from next year's team what being your teammate taught them and what kind of things you taught them on how to be a leader, what do you hope their answer would be?
That was all cut off. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you.
You're all good. So we just asked you about the leaders that you learned from. Next year, when we bring on next year's seniors and we ask them what being, what Gabby taught you about being a leader, what would you hope their answer would be?
I'm sorry, it's really glitching. I think the Wi-Fi is bad here. I'm sorry.
When we ask our leaders next year, so if we go next year, we ask next year's leaders on this team what you taught them how to be a leader. What do you hope their answer would be? Did you get it that time?
Um, oh my god, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't understand.
You're okay. It's
Oh
all
wait,
good.
maybe you're back.
You're back.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. So when we ask next year's leaders on this team what you taught them how to be a leader, what do you hope their answer is going to be?
Well, next year we won't have any. I don't believe we'll have any seniors unless anyone comes out. But there's a lot of freshmen that I hope are learning from all of us, learning to, even just simple things like pay attention when the coach is talking and uh, like well, how to communicate with each other on and off the court, all of them. Just how to be respectful and stuff. Still, they're still young, so they've got a lot.
Let's talk about those coaches that you listen to when they're talking. Coach Franklin, obviously, A legend in his own right in this program. What's it like to be under him?
It's been a lot of fun. He's very encouraging all the time. Um, he shows that he believes in us, and it's nice to have a coach like that.
Let's talk about your future goals, things that you want to do after high school. What are in your mind about where you want to be and what you want to see from yourself after you graduate?
Um, I'm planning to go to YSU, hopefully. Not really looking at any sports right now, but it's possible still. I still got some time. I think I want to go into engineering.
When you think about engineering and things that led you into that career path, what interests you, or what got you so interested in wanting to be an engineer?
Um, I'm a big fan of math, unlike a lot of people. And I have an uncle who's an engineer. Um, I don't know. It's kind of one of the parts of math that I'm most interested in.
Big fan of math, huh? So I guess if I asked what your favorite subject is, you would probably say
Yeah.
mathematics. What
Yeah.
got you?
More specifically, algebra. I'm a big algebra fan.
There you go. It's not common, but I'm sure you love it none the same. Who are some people that got you into mathematics? I'm sure there have been teachers in your East Palestine career that got you engaged in math. Who kind of did that for you?
um, Starting back all the way in like middle school, I had Miss McKinstry. She was like our pre-algebra teacher. She always had really fun worksheets that I got into. And then starting in high school, I had Mr. Baker, and he is a great teacher. I loved him. And currently, I'm with Mrs. Booth, and she's teaching all college classes. And it's been a ton of fun, and it's definitely hard work in high school now.
All right, so you love math. What are some of the subjects that you have to work harder at to get interested in, or maybe I don't want to say least favorite because that kind of is a slap in the face on the in the subjects, but those ones that you have to work a little bit harder at, and they don't come as easy to you.
Um, Definitely English. I'm never big on writing. I like to read a ton, but I can't write a 5-page essay. It takes me forever.
So, you say you like to read. What are some of your favorite books to read? Like, are you in fiction, or what kind? Are you Do you like
Yeah,
the nonfiction stuff?
fiction, like all the big series like Divergent, Hunger Games, those are all my favorite kinds of books.
Do you have one book that you can like you read over and over again that like anytime you need like just to read something you can pick it up and say I'll read this?
um, Not really, because I don't think so. Not right now, at least. When I was younger, I used to read. It's called An Angel of Time, but it's not very popular. It's kind of for younger ages.
What is your favorite book that you've read that is part of a school assignment? You always have to read stuff for school. What's the favorite school book that you've read
Um,
in an English class?
I took a college writing for just like a basic class online, and I had to read The Handmaid's Tale, and I really enjoyed that. It was another like dystopian kind of novel, so it was good.
Have you seen the show?
No, I haven't. I didn't get
Okay,
to.
I didn't. I want to know how it compared because the show was pretty dang depressing, pretty hard to watch, to be
Yeah, it
honest.
was a depressing book
And
too.
I imagine the book would probably be able to go more into
Hmm.
how depressing that life was. So, that being said, what kind of things do you do outside of basketball, like hobbies wise, things that you like to do that take your mind off the sport when it needs to be?
Well, reading a lot, I do, but I also hang out with my siblings and my friends all the time. I like to watch movies, go out to eat all the time. I also am kind of doing softball all year a little bit. I pitch every Sunday, and it's always a break from basketball, I guess.
When you think about going out to dinner, like you said, you love to do it. You have team dinners on Sundays. What are your favorite places to go? Like if you had a last meal and they said we could take you to any restaurant and you can get anything on the menu, what would you have to go to?
I would think I would go for Olive Garden, the fettuccine alfredo with some broccoli. It's my favorite.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the breadsticks there, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can go eat Olive Garden breadsticks every day. Let's talk about your family. You brought them up a little bit. You like to spend a lot of time with them. Everyone's family is a little bit unique. Everyone's family has something that makes them special to them. What is that for your family? What do you think makes your family special and unique to you?
We're all big on sports. We always go everywhere together. We like to watch games together. Um, oh, my little sister is very goofy, and she always brings light to any situation. She'll make a joke, crack up, everything.
What's your favorite sport to watch? Obviously, you have a couple that you play, but one is to be a spectator.
Softball all the time. I like to watch softball.
Do you have a favorite like team that you watch on
But,
TV?
um, not really.
Just
Just whatever's on almost.
turn it on. Let's go. When you think of people that you call role models in your life, who do you think are the first people that you think of?
My mom, definitely, and my older sister. I always looked up to both of them.
When you think about things they have said or things they have told you or taught you, if you had to pick one or two lessons that you think really ring true and that are like the gold mines of their advice, what would you pick?
Just to never give up, and you know, my mom always says there's no crying in basketball, softball, whatever sport. Always push through, get over it. You can always come out on the other side.
We're talking about your role models, but now as a senior on this team, whether you know it or not, you're a role model too.
Mhm.
There are girls that are young on the team that look up to you. There are girls that haven't been in high school yet that look up to you and want to be where you're at someday. How do you take being a role model? Like, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot that people can see what I'm doing and want to do that for themselves. I hope that all the freshmen on our team do look up to us and all of our seniors and just keep the same effort that we have all the time.
If you had to give advice to a middle schooler right now that is wanting to come up to high school next year or in 2 years and be a part of this varsity program and have as much success as you've had, what kind of advice would you give them?
Um, it's a kind of shorter season, and to be good, you gotta keep it up over the summer. We play summer games sometimes at West Branch. Those are always good. The open gyms over the summer, you have to come to those if you want to keep getting better.
All right, Gabby, before we let you go, I love to give the players their chance to thank their people, their support system, the people that have always had their back in their career. And I want to give you that time right now to just shine a light on the people in your life that you think deserve it.
Okay, I'd like to thank my parents, my uncle, both of my sisters, and all of my grandparents, always coming and supporting me at games and just outside of everything. They're always there.
Gabby, we want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day today to come on and talk with us and give us an insight into your senior season. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the way, and we can't wait to talk to you real soon.
Thank you.